Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mario Man back again with the next and last review of this Super Smash Brothers Marathon. So, it's time to look at the game that took 7 years to be fully created and was released in 2008. Without further ado, it's time for Super Smash Brothers Brawl for the Nintendo Wii.
This game provides the series with a number of changes. Wave dashing and L cancelling have been completely abolished. The colour scheme has gotten more realistic compared to Melee's bright colours. Tripping has become a percentage of possibility to ruin your combos, and the gameplay was slowed down for more casual gamers. There were more changes than that, but those were the main ones. I remember the E3 trailer for this one, right back in 2006. I thought I had seen that before E3 at a Toys R Us, but hey, I've seen it anyway. We seen the melee models of Super Mario, Link, Pikachu, and Kirby running towards each other. Then they stop, and it phases to the new art style. Mario and Link see drastic changes. Pikachu sees a minor change, and Kirby doesn't seem to get an upgrade at all, unless it was very small. I didn't see one. They begin fighting on various stages like Battlefield and Castle Siege, but then they show final smashes by Mario, Link, and Kirby. They then fight on the Halberd stage where Meta Knight gets revealed, and then he begins demolishing all the characters on stage. Then an arrow of light comes out of the heavens, then Pit appears, and Meta Knight and Pit duke it out in a sword fight, while Samus blasts them both with a Zero Laser. And then she turns into Zero Suit Samus and is about to fight them, but then, on his motorcycle, Wario rides in and crashes into a rock. He then charges up a fart, which gets released causing an atomic explosion. That was a pretty good trailer, but what sold it for some people is when the familiar codec sound comes on, and Solid Snake is talking to the Colonel. Snake is apparently doing recon duty on the fighters. He then reveals himself from under the box and says, "It's showtime," when the trailer ends here. This got many people excited and they asked for 2 third-party characters to be added, who eventually will be in this game and Smash 4, with those characters being Sonic the Hedgehog and Mega Man. A couple more trailers did come out between E3 2006 and the eventual release in 2008, but I didn't see any of them. Now, I didn't know about the Smash Brothers series before Brawl, but I walked into my local game store and then I seen the case. I noticed it had Mario and Pikachu on it with a lot of other characters that I didn't know at the time. I then turned it over and it had Solid Snake and Sonic the Hedgehog on the back. Since I was a fan of Mario, Sonic, and Pokemon at the time, and I still am by the way, that sold me over and I bought a copy. That decision was probably the best decision of my life. It's because this series is one of the best games I have ever played. I have so much fun with this game. I then gained knowledge over time on all the characters, and now I know most of the series that all the characters come from. You've got Mario, Zelda, Fire Emblem, Earthbound, and many, many more. There are a grand total of 39 characters in this game, and that includes all transformations in all playable Pokemon. There is Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Yoshi, Wario, Link, Zelda, Sheik, Ganondorf, Toon Link, Samus, Zero Suit Samus, Pit, Ice Climbers, Rob, Kirby, Meta Knight, King DDD, Olimar, Fox McCloud, Falco, Wolf, Captain Falcon, Pikachu, Pokemon Trainer, Squirtle, Charizard, Ivysaur, Lucario, Jigglypuff, Marth, Ike, Ness, Lucas, Mr. Game & Watch, Solid Snake, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Now that's a lot of playable characters, and most of them play somewhat differently, with the only exceptions being Link and Toon Link, and Fox, Falco, and Wolf. I may have forgotten if there is others, but they are the main ones. The controls are pretty much the same as Melee, so I'm not really going to go over those, but first, let's talk about that Smash Ball. The Smash Ball is a new item in this game, and when it breaks, your character glows, and then by pressing the B button, your character will activate their final smash, a very powerful move which has a big opportunity to destroy your opponents and force them off stage in a dazzling display. Each of the final smashes is pretty different in their own right, ranging from Sonic's Super Sonic, Bowser's Giga Bowser, and Ness's PK Starstorm, to name a few. A fair amount of them are really good, some are overpowered, some are rehashes, and some of them are pretty useless. Not going to mention any names. Peach. So, they have a full range of uses in various situations, and I love their additions. Many other fighting games have super moves, but this is Smash Brothers' equivalent of those moves. There are a lot of new and improved modes in this game. Of course, you have the returning Classic mode, All-Star mode when all the characters are unlocked, event matches, training mode to improve your skills, Stadium mode which supports Target Smash and Home Run contests, and also the normal matches mode where you can play multiplayer matches. There's the new coin launcher mode for unlocking trophies, which is this game's version of the slot machine game back from Melee. There's the new multi-man brawl mode, which is pretty much multi-man Melee, but I think this version has more options to choose from, like 100-man brawl, 3-minute brawl, and cruel balls, plus many more. And then there's the big one, the new adventure mode called the Subspace Emissary. Why it was given this specific name, I'll never know, but this adventure mode tried to take all these characters and make a story that interconnected them all, and the end result was something spectacular. Sure, everyone's looking at it now and saying that the adventure mode is pretty crap now that they think about it, but I still find it pretty fun, especially when you're playing it with a buddy. The thing that made it so cool was combining all these characters' stories together, and I loved this when I first played Brawl, and the adventure mode with it. It did give me a chance to play a lot of the characters from the roster in Brawl, and I've got to say, I did like playing as a lot of them, but there are some that I still that I didn't like playing as, like Olimar for instance. It's not that I don't like the character or the series he's from, it's just that I can't play characters like Olimar effectively. You have to play Olimar a certain way, and only that way, and I can't play Smash that specific way. So yeah. But I didn't play as all of them, since you can't play as all the characters in the actual story of the Subspace Emissary. The soundtrack and other collectibles that are in this game are pretty plentiful. There are so many trophies, stickers, and music tracks to collect for your virtual collection that you'll be spending so much time in so many of the modes trying to unlock these collectibles that you'll not see the time you're spending on these challenges fly by. There are a lot of songs in this soundtrack that I love. There's Meta Knight's Revenge, Gourmet Race, Final Destination, Giga Bowser from Melee, Final Destination from Melee, and there's many more that I haven't even mentioned that are good. With all that said, I'll give Super Smash Brothers Brawl a 9.5 out of 10. The soundtrack and presentation is great, and the game features some of my favorite game characters to play as, and the controls are good, but the small options for creating your own stages are a bit of a letdown. So this is Mario Man with another review.
Here's to Smash 4 and 15 years of Smash Brothers. You guys have a great day or night. Thanks so much for watching the marathon, and take care. Smash Brothers! Yeah, Mega Man and Villager and Wii Fit Trainer, and look at Pikachu, he doesn't give a shit. Neither does Kirby. But Mega Man! Mega Man!